Drought may lessen yields, but not intentions. Cyclones may wipe out crops, but not commitment. Floods might wash away a year's income, but not a lifetime of hard work. That's because every morning, 365 days a year, well before first light, someone gets out of bed so we have milk and cornflakes on the table when we get out of bed. Every day for a grueling 20 hours of it during harvest, someone works as hard as their body can bear to make sure there's bread for our sandwiches or pasta in our bowl. And every night, while we put meat and 3 veg on the dinner table, someone is tending their livestock or checking a boundary fence to make sure all is well so they can get up the next morning and do it all again. That someone is the 318,000 people who feed the other 22 million of us in this country. That someone provides us 3 meals a day, 3 incredibly fresh and healthy meals at that. In fact, 93% of all the food we eat is grown right here in Australia. Those 318,000 people do their job so well, so willingly, and so efficiently. They also feed millions of other people around the world every day. Talk about generosity. Just think, populations larger than our own rely on our wheat to nourish them, and millions more on our rice, our barley, our sorghum, our sugar, our beef, our lamb. And that's not counting all those who are warmed by our wool, and cooled by our cotton, and nourished by our dairy products. The figures are staggering. A snapshot: in 2009, we exported 5.5 million tonnes of grain and well over 900,000 tonnes of beef. On average, we export 50% of the sheep meat we produce and 45% of our dairy production. And in a normal year, 40 million people eat Australian rice every day, and 500 million people wear Australian cotton. It's all so easy to overlook, or not even think about. We just go to the supermarket, open a milk carton, bite into an apple, all without a second thought. But without those 318,000 someones, all our lives would be very different. Lesser, hungrier. They provide us with a bountiful choice: a full fruit bowl, a stock pantry, a fresh loaf, a juicy steak, a Sunday roast, a full stomach, a healthy body. We all have a lot to be grateful for and proud of, for when we put their efforts into a global perspective, their achievements are even greater. They don't receive massive subsidies to produce their crops like in many other countries. They've made productivity gains every year for more than 30 years. They grow rice with 5 times less water than in any other countries. They've created jobs for thousands and thousands of other Australians in allied industries and downstream activities, such as processing, manufacturing and retailing. So before you eat your next meal, pause, just for a moment, to reflect on what qualities make those someones the heartbeat, the lifeblood of the nation. Ingenuity, adaptability, commitment. Farmers, you can't live without them.